Hello and welcome back to my little library here. Today we're gonna talk about May's TBR, which is kind of a special TBR. I have never done my TBRs like this, but I do have a plan and yeah, we'll see if it works out how I planned. Let's start with the two books that are kind of out of the ordinary and I don't know if I will get to them, and then we'll get to the core TBR pretty much. So the first book is the next Clive Cussler, which is Dragon. I have only 3 Clive Cussler books left on my TBR. I want to get through them, so hopefully over the next 3 months or maybe like 2 months I can get through the last 3 of them. I'm not expecting much, to be honest, but yeah, this is called Dragon. It's a Dirk Pitt adventure. I have no idea what it's about, but hopefully it will be okay. Because let's be honest, I can't really expect more than okay from the Clive Cussler novels. And then the second one, I am on the wait list from my library to get the ebook, which is Restless Truth by Freya Marsk. I'm gonna put the cover here and the author's name because I can't quite remember right now. But yeah, that is the second book in trilogy, I don't quite know, in a series by her, which are queer romantasy books, and I am on the waitlist for that. It says roughly 4 weeks, so I might or might not get it in time to read it in May. We will see, depends on how long the people before me take to read it. So I don't quite know if that will make it into my May, and so yeah, we'll have to see. And then, now we're coming to the core TBR, and the core TBR consists of only an author duo, and that are the Eddings, because my complete TBR for May is just my David Eddings books. That has multiple reasons. For one, I'm just really excited to read them, and I really want to read them, and I don't feel like reading anything else, so I feel like the more sensible thing to do is just allow myself, you know, to read what I want, even if it's all of the books from one author. I don't really see a problem with that, so that is one reason. The second reason is I have a lot of other fantasy that I want to get to, but I'm so much into the Eddings world and all of the characters and the stories that I kind of don't really feel capable of diving into other fantasies and being able to fully give my attention to those fantasies and those characters. So I feel like I have to finish with the Eddings books before I can actually dive into other fantasy. And that means all 7 of them that I have left. So the first one that we have is the one I already started, and that is Polgara the Sorceress, which is the second prequel to the first 2 series. So this is pretty much all of the lore explained from Polgara's side. If you've read the first 2 Eddings series, the Begarit and the Malorian, you know who this character is and what it's all about. But yeah, it's already really interesting. I started just a little bit once I got the book, but yeah, so this is also one of my newest acquisitions. And then after I read Polgara, we are getting to the first of the 2 new series. And the first series is the Elenium. I'm hoping that it's the right order now. I'm not quite sure right now. If it's not the right order, I'm gonna say it on screen. But for this one, we have book 1 from the Elenium, which is the Diamond Throne. Then we have book 2, which is the Ruby Knight, and then we have book 3, which is the Sapphire Rose. As far as I can tell, these books are playing out in a different fantasy world than the first 2 series, but I'm just really excited to dive more into the Eddings, so hopefully it is just as interesting as the first 2 series is. And yeah, I don't really know what these are about. As you can see, sadly, I got these 2 new. Sadly, I got the wrong editions. I couldn't really make that out on the secondhand book page where I bought them. So annoyingly, I have 2 books in the wrong version. I might, later on, if I really love the series, I might go out and try to find the fitting versions for this one. But yeah, as of right now, I have different versions. But yeah, this is the first series that I want to get through. And I'm pretty positive that I can get through at least Polgara and this series. They are all quite hefty fantasies, I have to say. they do have a nice reading flow, but they take some time. So I can't, you know, really know if I will make it through all of them, but at least the plan is to make it through all of them. So then we have the next series, which is the Tamuli, which we have these 3 books, all in the same versions. The book 1 is Domes of Fire. I love these covers, I have to say. Look at them, they are so pretty, like these old fantasy covers. Really am in love with them. Then we have the Shining ones, which is book 2, and then we have the Hidden City, which is book 3. And as far as I am aware, this series is the second series to the Elenium. So I think those 2 series are also connected, just like the first and the second were connected. So I hope I'm right with that one. But as far as I could read online, they are connected. So yeah. I do think the main character through all of these is Sparhawk, which, yeah, I just know nothing about these books, as you can tell, but I am excited to read them because I love the Malorian and the Begariad so much. So hopefully the characters in these 2 series are just as interesting and just as lovable as the characters in the first 2. But yeah, obviously, before I get to any of the new series, I have to finish Palgara, because this one is like the end book for the first universe, pretty much. I do know that there is one more book, the Myrn Codex, something like that. I don't know if it's connected to any of the series, but I think it's like an extra book. It's not needed necessarily, so I haven't gone out and bought that. It was actually kind of a little bit harder to get these new books. They were quite expensive. Like, when you look them up, they can get quite expensive, which was really interesting to me because, you know, it's just a standard old fantasy. I don't quite get why getting them secondhand is getting expensive, but I do own the most important ones now. But yeah, so hopefully I can make it through all of these books. But yeah, I don't think I have ever had such a themed TBR for a month. But so yeah, my priority is make it through all 7 of these fantasy books, and then if I have the time, and with the one from the library, as soon as I get that, I will have to focus on that. So if I get that through, like, whilst I'm still reading Eddings, I will have to switch to the ebook and read that really quickly before I can continue with the Eddings, because obviously once I get from the library, I don't really have a choice. I have to read it so I can give it back, you know. But yeah, other than that, the focus will be on the Eddings fantasy. I am really excited. I don't know in like how different the new series will be. I'm a little bit afraid that I won't love them as much as the first 2. That has happened to me before, so I'm a little bit afraid of that. But yeah, other than that, I'm extremely excited for this TBR. I'm really looking forward to reading all of these books. I just love the Eddings. I really love their books. So hopefully all of them will be a really good read. And yeah, this is my really quick TBR video, because obviously I don't have a lot to talk about. If you have read any of these books, if you've read the 3rd and 4th of the Eddings series, and you know, you can give me like a little bit of a hint if it's different than the first 2, please do that, leave that down below. Maybe share your TBR, what you plan on reading in the next month. I would really love to know that. I love reading that. And yeah, thank you so much for coming here and watching my TBR, and hopefully you will all have a good reading month and all achieve the goals that you set. So yeah, thank you for watching, and bye bye!